Yes, good evening and a very warm welcome to Cromer Park, where the magic of the Cup has reached fever pitch, with two National Premier League's New South Wales heavyweights set to do battle for a berth in the National Round of 32. My name is Chris Carulli, here to call this Wednesday night blockbuster between two sides who have previously reached the Cup's last 16 and will be looking to write a new chapter in their club's rich history. As the competition returns for after a year's break, bigger and better than ever. There's a decent crowd packed into the Lucas Neal grandstand here at Cromer Park, with Sydney Olympics away support set to be as vocal as ever. The stage is just about set for these two teams, who are currently only split by 2 points and placed in 3rd and 5th in the state's top flight, to do battle on the same setting that they met in the first edition of the Cup back in 2014. It was the away side that prevailed that day. They'll be looking to do it all over again and return to the round of 32 for the first time since 2015. Manly United, on the other hand, had their best ever Cup finish 2 years ago in the last edition of the tournament. So we're just about ready for kickoff. Your referee today is Sam Kelly. He's assisted by AR1 Sebastian Andrews and AR2 Jamie Hewen. For this first half here at Cromer Park, Manly United, the home side, will be running from left to right on your screens in their blue home kit. Sydney Olympic from right to left in that Xanthi-inspired red and white away strip. And we are underway. We'll run you through the lineups as soon as we get the chance. Both sides sticking relatively similar to the lineups that went out there in the league last weekend. Both of these sides coming off confidence-boosting victories in the league, late winners for each, and it's Sydney Olympic who are looking to get off on the front foot. And now appeals for free kick on Ben Gibson. A huge thank you to everyone who's already tuned in live and exclusive on the Manly United Facebook page and YouTube channel. Be sure to spread this stream around to all of your friends who might be interested. And don't be afraid to let us know your thoughts on the game in the Facebook comments or on Twitter using the hashtag FFA Cup or the hashtag Magic of the Cup. This match has arrived during what's been a huge week for Australian football. Not only was there that monumental broadcast announcement yesterday, both the men's and women's national teams were in action this morning. So it's rather fitting that we do have two former Socceroos in the technical area, in Adam Griffiths and Ante Juric. As we run through these lineups, we will start with the home side in Manly United, coached by Adam Griffiths. They have lined up in their classic 4-2-3-1 shape. It's Jacob Madden on the ball now, in between the sticks following an injury to first-choice keeper Sam Benton against Apia last Friday night. Their back four, a familiar one, Seya Kambayashi at left back, Jesse Perez partners the ever-experienced Jimmy Oates in the centre, who wears the captain's armband for Manly this evening. Kieran Paul at right back. The pivot in holding midfield is James Georgiaklis alongside number 24 Finn Ashton. And that fluid front four that you'll see from Manly United this evening is the number 10 experienced maestro Richie Cardozo, the informed Luca Komet, the youngster Ben Gibson, and Manly's top scorer for this season, Dejan Pandurovic. So that is how the home side suits up. It's been a high-intensity start to this one already. You can feel the tension in the air. The stakes are as high as they get in the FFA Cup preliminary rounds. Such a enjoyable competition to watch and be a part of. And this is what it's all about. Ante Juric, he lines up his side in a similar shape to Manly's. Nicholas Soros starts in goals. Back four of Michael Glassick, Benjamin Van Mewers, Thomas Whiteside and Jason Madonis. In midfield, the familiar partnership as well of Monge and Daniel Diaz. In that number 10 role, that man, Brendan Chalakian, sure to be at the centre of the action, of course. He served Manly so well in an 8-year stint with the club. Departed this year, and in his new colours is back looking to break the hearts of his former side. He's been synonymous with Manly's action in the FFA Cup over the years, being part of all three sides that qualified for the round of 32. But he'll be looking to upset the home fans this time around. Front three to begin with for Ante Jurich's men. Number 35, Mo Adam. Number 9, Ollie Pufflet. And a familiar name for A-League audiences in the number 22, Fabio Ferreira. So here come Manly United looking to mount the first attack. And it's Luca Komet into the area. Comfortable in the end for Soros. Manly, a real counter-attacking threat. Certainly their way forward. They have plenty of pace in that front four. Something that no doubt Ante Juric would have been aware of, particularly after watching back the tape from their 2-1 victory over Apia Leichhardt on this ground last week. Substitutes for Manly today. Backup keeper in the absence of Sam Benton is the number 25, Harry Aquilina. Young defender, Lucas Rainbird. Attacker, Jack Fulton. Number 8, Dom Ferguson, returning to the squad after some time out. And finally, the number 23 in Jordan DeVries, who was the hero off the bench in their most recent encounter. We have Sydney Olympic looking to push forward here through Pufflet. Oates gets there ahead of Chalakian. Does well to leave him in his wake. And finally capping off those lineups, the Sydney Olympic bench this evening. Luke Carey's backup goalkeeper. Number 18, Yu Hasegawa, who was their hero against Sydney FC at Belmore. Number 6, Nikola Koleski. Number 24, Haji Gligor. And number 17, another former Manly United player, Marley Peterson. They are, of course, coached by Ante Juric, who lifted silverware on this ground a couple of months ago as coach of Sydney FC's W League outfit. It was also a happy hunting ground for Sydney Olympic when they came here in the league. It was round 7. And Manly United, they were yet to lose in the NPL New South Wales. But Sydney Olympic put an end to that. It was a 2-0 victory thanks to a Jason Madonis penalty and first goal in Olympic colours for Fabian Monge. But tonight, the ante's just been upped. There's so much on stake, it's already shaping up as a cagey yet entertaining cup fixture. Sydney Olympic, as mentioned in the intro, they've made the FFA Cup round of 32 on 2 occasions in their history, and it came in the first 2 cups. That was in 2014 and 2015. Manly have made it 3 times, including 2019, which was their best ever finish. As Manly have a corner, when these two met in the national round of 32 back in 2014, it was a torrential night at Cromer Park, as you can see. A little bit of rain around again this time, nowhere near what we saw last time back in 2014. Still, a few tricky conditions for the clubs out there to deal with. Here come Manly, the first corner of the game. It will be Kambayashi to deliver to the front post. Madonis is there. It's back with Komet. Gibson looks to hold it up, but Glassick hooks it away. 5 minutes into this one, we still await our first sight on goal. And that was a lung-busting run from Pufflet. Paul just got a foot in. He went in hard, but that was a nice hold-up play by Olympics number 9. Chalakian for Ferreira. Madonis working hard to offer an outlet on the overlap. Now it's the away side looking to make something meaningful of this possession, but as they turn it over, it's Ben Gibson. He didn't have too much support and couldn't maintain possession. And thanks to everyone tuning in to this clash on the Manly United Facebook page or YouTube channel. Feel free to let us know your thoughts in the comments. As Olympic come forward again, this time it's Pufflet out wide. Tricks his way inside, or at least can't get past George Arkless. Sloppy play from the home side. Surrenders possession. Has been a little bit of a nervy start. These are the occasions these players live for, and they know on the horizon there could be a huge glamour clash against an A-League club that certainly doesn't come around any day. And there is technically the first shot of the night. It was Pufflet from long range, never going to trouble Madden. And now the press is on for Olympic. Manly doing well to play out in these slippery conditions. Now it's a ball down the line that Gibson won't get to. 17 years of age, Ben Gibson leading the line again for Manly United this evening. He's been a revelation for the Northern Beaches club this season. Last year he was playing in the under-18s. He was their Players Player of the Year. He was given a go off the bench earlier in the season against Sydney FC. Scored a goal in debut, and the rest is history. He's kept his spot ever since. Huge win there from Jesse Pires. It falls to Komet. He runs into a brick wall in Glassick, who's eager to get a move on. Here's Chalakian in a bit of space for Sydney Olympic. He might think about the strike from long range on the left foot. And it was deflected off a teammate for a Manly goal kick. Crowds just continued to build and build. They're all packed into this grandstand on the near side of Cromer Park. There's a bit of traffic around that may have prevented some from arriving in time for kickoff, but steady stream still filtering in, eager to capture some midweek magic of the Cup. Not too many of these fixtures left in New South Wales. There's this state's last 2 spots up for grab tonight to join 14 other teams who are already qualified for the FFA Cup round of 32. There's some nice play from Pandurovic, and he drives at the Olympic defence. Here's Dejan Pandurovic, still going. Hook to ground, and Manly will have a set piece. Play continued. It ended up in the net. Called back, of course, as the whistle went, but we do have the first booking of the evening either way. Amazing run from Dejan Pandurovic, Manly's top scorer this season, and you could see a touch of class there. It was Jason Madonis who went into the book. He'll be on a tightrope for 80 minutes or more, of course. This match, if not split, will go to extra time and potentially penalties. Looks as though the experienced man in Richie Cardozo has got his name right on it. His eyes have lit up and he's keen to strike it with the left boot. Adam Griffiths was barking instructions, though, to his fullback in Kambayashi just to get over there and offer the right-footed option. Would suspect, though, it's odds on that Cardozo is the man who will have a strike. In fact, it's Kambayashi who crashes it off the wall. Richie Cardozo perhaps will want to get the next one as Oates lashes a clearance away. Safety first from Manly skipper. There's one other match in the FFA Cup, round 7, taking place tonight over at Popondetta Park. That match seeing Mount Druitt host Rockdale. Manly have a player down. They play on for now. Looks as though it was a blow to the head for Saya Kambayashi. Referee Sam Kelly just checking on his well-being now. Ben Muir's on the ball now, former Sydney FC defender. And Kambayashi can't pull that one under his spell, but he's had a very solid season for Manly United. A new signing at the start of the campaign, Sayo Kambayashi, pulled out of the Illawarra Premier League where he represented Bull IFC. Another man who's had a solid season is Komet as he's brought to that ground fairly. Applause from the Olympic manager Ante Juric. A few complaints from the gallery. Looked a fair challenge though. Home crowd though starting to find their voice as this match just settles into a rather physical battle as that ball's lifted onto the roof. Finally have retrieved a new ball and are back underway. Pufflet backtracking, almost getting in the way of his teammate. It's back with Pires. He just heaves it forward and Gibson was lurking, but not going to get there in front of Saurus. Olympic keeper, he's missed a lot of the season, but back on board. And Oates has made a bit of an error here. Here's Mo Adam through on goal. And what a recovery from Jimmy Oates. But referee Sam Kelly has spotted an infringement. And what a moment this is. 15 minutes into this clash. And the Manly captain shown a straight red card. He just missed the initial header, Jimmy Oates, and in trying to recover, reached out, and the referee Sam Kelly has adjudged that he pulled back Mo Adam. Obvious goal scoring opportunity, and if it's an infringement, it is a dismissal. Stunned silence among the home fans. Manly United well and truly will have to do this the hard way now. Plenty of players still pleading Oates' case. Dejan Pandurovic, the main one, but referee won't budge, and Jimmy Oates now making his way from the pitch. He handed the captain's armband across to Kieran Paul. And that is a huge loss for Manly United. Their most experienced defender out there. He played for Manly United last time these two sides met in the FFA Cup Round of 32 back in 2014. It'll be interesting to see how Adam Griffiths and his coaching staff adjust to that. Obviously losing a centre half. Will they make a substitution? Will someone slot back into defence? Only time will tell. And now, how about this? Of all the players looking to add insult to that decision, it will be the former Manly man, Shalakian, who's taken it short. Manly have fallen asleep. And it's tucked home. Fabio Ferreira with the initial shot might have taken a touch on the way through. Michael Glassick, perhaps the player claiming it. And not only do Manly United go down to 10 men, they're now a goal down and they have a real mountain to climb. It's Sydney Olympic 1, Manly United 0. 16 minutes played here at Cromer Park. And just like that, the cup tie is turned on its head. Early drama here on Sydney's Northern Beaches. We're only 20 minutes in. Who knows what this has in store. It was an expertly disguised set piece. Manly players just didn't pick up the runner. And now here come Olympic, looking to give themselves even more breathing room. It looks as though for now Finn Ashton has pushed back into the centre of defence. Now here's another youngster in Gibson. Sliding challenge from Diaz. Another fair one, despite the protests of the home crowd. They're getting into this and they'll need that 12th man or 11th man now, Manly United, if they are to push on with this result. Here's Shalakian, creator of that goal. Now out to Fabio Ferreira. Now you suspect we'll see a lot of this from here on in. Manly just trying to remain compact. Chances will be far and few between for the home side, and Sydney Olympic are in dreamland. Thank you again for everyone who's tuned into this clash, live and exclusive on the Manly United Facebook page and YouTube channel. My name's Chris Carulli, calling the action from Cromer Park. In case you've just tuned in, this match has had some early drama. A straight red for Manly centre-back Jimmy Oates, and off the subsequent free kick, Sydney Olympic made it count. Gave them the lead. Maybe Michael Glassick it is who touched home. The home side with a mountain to climb. If you know anything about Adam Griffiths' side this season, is they won't give up. They've scored plenty of late goals, and here's the fullback Kambayashi. Picked it up on the edge of the area, but now it's Olympic in transition, and Finn Ashton. A big header from the midfielder turned centre back. It's not exactly how he would have expected his night to go. And now Richie Cardozo has to be careful. He's had his pocket picked and Pufflet with the turn. Scrappy sequence there, but eventually Manly get it away. Again, now Olympic winning the ball high up the pitch. Cardozo looked as though he went through his man. Will be another set piece, and they'll have to be switched on this time. And a cool night on Sydney's northern beaches. There's plenty of heat out on the pitch. It's been a fiery encounter, to say the least, with a red card to boot. Now Chalakian over the set piece again. Maybe the more conventional option this time of whipping it into the area. Plenty to aim for the number 10. It's a lofted ball and groans around the crowd. It just missed everyone in the end. Ante Juric calling the press from his side. Go close to winning it back. Ashton on the ball now. Might well be one of the shortest players out on the pitch, and he's slotted into centre back following the dismissal of his captain. Key talking point from this first half here at Cromer Park. It's Cardozo back to goal. Back with Ashton. Richie Cardozo, you can see, dropping deep, as he will have to. He's lost a lot of freedom, and that clearance from Madden wasn't convincing, but now it's opened up a touch for Kambayashi if he can get away from Ferreira, which he can't. A great challenge. And then we play on, and all of a sudden, it's 4-on-4. Here's Luca Komet in the area. Looks to cut it back. Kieran Paul goes to ground. He had a case there for a penalty. Challenges flying in everywhere. And now it's Olympic on the attack through Brendan Chalakian. There's room if he can switch it for Ferreira, which is where he tried to go. Couldn't prevent the goal kick. Home fans still not happy about that decision up the other end. It was Kieran Paul who looked to get his body in the right position. Felt as though he was clipped from behind. Referee adjudged not enough contact for the penalty. No lifeline for the home side as of yet. Promising signs for Adam Griffiths. He's animated on the touchline alongside his assistant coach in Dylan McAllister. Familiar name, no doubt, for A-League and NPL audiences. Here's Cardozo. Pressed hard by Glassick, and Richie Cardozo is caught out again. And here's Brendan Chalakian for Sydney Olympic. Again, spreads it out wide, and this time finds Ferreira. He's been using his experience to his advantage so far, the 32-year-old Portuguese. Played for 4 different A-League clubs. Adam Griffiths now sending some of his men to warm up. Perhaps he might make that adjustment. They didn't end up making a sub following the red card. Finn Ashton's slotted back into centre back and so far performed admirably. Whiteside on the ball for Olympic, looking to make that numerical advantage count even more. Ferreira's just swapped wings with Ollie Pufflet for now. Classic couldn't find Ferreira that time, and here's Cardozo for Manly. He looks direct for the pace of Gibson. And despite the youngsters' efforts, it will be a goal kick.
Around the grounds, there has been a goal at Popondetta Park. It's Mount Druitt 0, Rockdale Illingdon 1.
As you may have just heard over the stadium PA, a few groans from the crowd after news that there is a goal at Popondetta Park. 1-0 to Rockdale over Mount Druitt Town Rangers. So both the away sides in the lead. And looking in the box seat for New South Wales' final two FFA Cup Round of 32 positions. There's a loose ball that falls to Ashton. Again, though, caught out, and Paul had to get there to deny the on-rushing Mo Adam. Olympics top scorer so far this season. He's got 6 goals in 12 league games. The former Western Sydney Wanderer. Performed wonderfully for them at NPL level. Had a couple of A-League caps to his names last season. Stepped back to the NPL this year, and here he is looking to get in behind. Mo Adam will get there. Now it's Olympics' turn to send some half-hearted appeals for a penalty. Hasn't been the easiest night for Jacob Madden, making his 3rd appearance for Manly United. He joined halfway through the season following the departure of long-term custodian Dylan Mitchell, and Olympic win it high up the pitch again, and Glassic's ball not there for Adam. Over half an hour played now at Cromer Park. Hope you're enjoying the action from this round 7 FFA Cup preliminary round clash. Cardozo this time pushed by Glassick. Bounce favouring Kambayashi, who looks around the corner for Pandurovic, wearing that headgear again tonight. He wore it for a couple of seasons a few years ago following a head injury, and while fans would have more become accustomed to the ponytail that he's donned the last couple of seasons after picking up a bit of a cut to the eye a few weeks ago in the league. He's dusted off the headgear and he's got it back on. Is Diaz dropping deep to get things started for Olympic. Ferreira doing the same. Switch plucked out of the air by Chalakian. This is a nice move from Olympic as Monge comes forward. He's still with it, the midfielder. It's across for Adam, and it's deflected into the back of the net. A moment of misfortune for the home side, but Sydney Olympic won't care. they now have 1 foot in the FFA Cup round of 32. And as you can hear, the away fans have found their voice. It's now Sydney Olympic 2, Manly United 0. A cruel blow for the home side. Already down a man, and Pires and Ashton trying to deal with that shot from Mo Adam. Left Madden sprawling. And with 34 minutes or so played, it's looking as though it will be Sydney Olympics night. True mountain to climb for Manly, but they will keep coming forward and look to strike back immediately as Kieran Paul goes to ground. The referee put the whistle to his mouth, but we play on, and now it's Chalakian. He tried to slip in Mo Adam, and Finn Ashton with a vital challenge that time. Pandurovic was asking for it over the top. It eventually went there, but Madonis is alert to the threat. Now Fabio Ferreira, who's had a solid game so far. Been in and out of the side for Sydney Olympic this season. They do have plenty of options in that final third. Adam Parkhouse, a former Manly player, not in the squad this evening. And here's a fizzed ball across the face of goal. Parkhouse, who started for Manly United in their last FFA Cup national stage match, which was a loss on the road to Brisbane Strikers in round of 16 of 2019. He's in attendance tonight, watching on. Certainly be pleased with how his new side are going. Slowly developing into a nightmare night for the home side. Not how they would have wanted this match to unfold. Sydney Olympic can't believe their luck. Looking to pick Manly apart again. It's a ball over the top that Madonis was chasing and retrieving. Back it comes for Pufflet. Now Georgiaklis, Manly playing out nicely. Cardozo can turn, and Kieran Paul, a willing runner. Not too much in front of him. Just will hold it up a touch. Now look for Ben Gibson. Again, isolated the youngster. He's had a quiet night so far. And we now will have the first substitution of the evening, and rather unsurprisingly, it's following that red card, so a late response from the Manly coach. They just had to think about how the game was unfolding, and in the end, Richie Cardozo, the man sacrificed following the red card to Jimmy Oates. Not too pleased, understandably, but a rather more conventional defensive option being introduced. So Lucas Rainbird, who is more of a fullback but has spent some time in the centre of defence, the man introduced. Young defender with a promising future, no doubt. That will allow Finn Ashton to step back into midfield, which I'm sure he will be pleased about. And Cardozo, who was trying to drop deep and serve that central midfield role, in the end, maybe the Manly coaching staff just felt the game slipping away a touch, and they've just looked to shore things up. Only time will tell whether that proves to be a fruitful decision, as Komet fouls Ferreira to the frustrations of Manly United. as we approach the final 5 minutes of this first half here at Cromer Park. Thanks again for tuning in to this FFA Cup Round 7 encounter. Feel free to let us know your thoughts in the comments on the Manly United Facebook page. Let us know how you've seen this first half go. And that's a lovely flick from Adam, and Pufflet with the strike. Took a touch. Olympic now with the corner and looking to put this out of sight before half-time. The in-swinger from Chalaki, and it's a good ball. Hooked away in the end by George Arklis. And they're looking to push out as Olympic track all the way back to Saurus, who hasn't had too much to do in this first half. Quiet night for the shot stopper, and it's all gone to script for Ante Juric and his side so far. Never an easy away trip for MPL sides to come up to Cromer Park, particularly on a midweek night. Decent away trip made by a lot of these players. Of course, many working and playing football in a semi-professional capacity. It's one of those things highlighted by the magic of the FFA Cup, particularly when these sides come up against their professional counterparts in the round of 32, which is something maybe just in the back of Sydney Olympics' minds now, knowing they've almost done enough. The lunge from Diaz holds onto it, but now Manly have it back, and there's a shirt pull there. Gibson just stopped. He knew the card was coming out. Rather ironic applause from the Lucas Neal grandstand. Olympic with their second booking of the night. After taking a loose touch, Diaz knew he just had to take it. Gibson wasn't in the mood to play advantage. So Diaz and Madonis, the two players on a tightrope for Olympic. The last thing they'll want to do is see one of their own players shown a red card. That would certainly provide a lifeline for the home side. So far, so good for the man from Belmore. And now, as this Manly's way back through, it's Saya Kambayashi back for Pandurovic, and concedes a free kick out of frustration again. Diaz getting it right that time. A few minutes remaining here at Cromer Park in the first half of this round 7 FFA Cup clash. Hope you've enjoyed the action coming to you live on the Manly United Facebook page and YouTube channel. How about that from Monge as Ashton hit the deck. Komet recovered and won the free kick. Manly have stuck to their guns and tried to play out despite the disadvantage. Adam Griffiths just encouraging his side to stick to the game plan despite facing their fair share of adversity so far. Saurus, plenty of time to play out, tried to pick out the feet of Pufflet. Manly fans, Manly players in fact, not happy with some of these decisions. You can hear Dejan Pendurovic on a bit of a verbal tirade from the other side of the pitch. Hasn't been his night or Manly's night so far. He wins a free kick this time. Thought about taking it quickly. In the end, we'll just keep possession. Georgiaklis for Manly. And Rainbird hasn't had too much to do since coming off the bench. Komet was just clipped late. He's had to get down on his haunches to fix up his boot. Goes to ground this time. Not long to go here in the first half at Cromer Park. No fourth official this evening, so we won't see precisely how many minutes of added time to play. Suspect not a lot. It's been a rather fluid first half, apart from that red card. And here's Ashton back in midfield and skipping past his marker. No nonsense defending from Whiteside. Now Rainbird, they've all backed off. He'll think about the strike from range. And that's just about what it's come to for the home side. That would have been one way to make an impression off the bench. Kambayashi for Manly, a nice diving challenge from Shalakian. Pendurovic now, and Kambayashi. Manly just being pushed into a corner. Solid defensive unit of the away side. Here's the substitute Rainbird, looks over the top for Gibson, who went to ground clutching that left hamstring. And it's not looking good for the Manly attacker. Olympic now put the ball out of play. And that is not good at all for Ben Gibson. Just trying to stretch out that hammy. Would be yet another blow on a nightmare night for the home side if they're forced into another first half change. Not too long to go in the first half, so you suspect they'd play down a man for the remainder, although that would put them down to 9, of course. Ben Gibson down, receiving treatment. Back on his feet, albeit rather gingerly, and the Manly fans will be hoping he's okay to continue. A couple of options left on the bench for Adam Griffiths. Jack Fulton, a former college system striker. He's scored a couple of goals this season, as well as the ever-experienced Scott Borderson, who actually played for Sydney Olympic last time they were in the FFA Cup Round of 32. And here they come, looking to secure that first berth in 6 years. It's Mo Adam bearing down on goal. Tried to cut it back for Chalakian. Ferreira keeps it in. Gibson back out there for Manly. Seems to be moving reasonably well. Here's Whiteside and Van Mewers. And there is half-time at Cromer Park. It's been Sydney Olympics night so far. They well and truly have one foot in the national stage for the first time since 2015. After a relatively even opening, the contest sprung to life as Jimmy Oates was shown a straight red card midway through the first half. Olympic scored off the ensuing free kick, Glassick touching it home before an own goal from Manly United added insult to injury. And that has us where we are now. Sydney Olympic with a bit of breathing room at the interval. Hope you've enjoyed the first half. Live and exclusive on the Manly United Facebook page and YouTube channel. We'll be back for the remainder of this cup tie from Sydney's Northern Beaches. The halftime score here at Cromer Park is Manly United 0, Sydney Olympic 2. Yes, welcome back to Cromer Park on Sydney's northern beaches. Another chilly night here in the north of Sydney for this round 7 FFA Cup clash. The stakes don't get any higher than this in the preliminary rounds. 3rd versus 5th in the NPL New South Wales, Manly United versus Sydney Olympic, with a coveted round of 32 place at stake. And it's the away side who have one foot on the national stage after a first half where it all seemed to go to the away side in Sydney Olympic. In case you're just tuning in, it was Manly United who suffered a huge blow 18 minutes in after a straight red card to defender Jimmy Oates. Plenty of players have revealed and reviewed the tape, and perhaps there is a case for protest as we get back underway. That the big turning point. Olympic scored off the ensuing free kick through Michael Glassick, and they doubled their advantage thanks to an own goal after half an hour or so. That's what has us where we are now. Ante Juric's men in the box seat. But as we know, with football, anything can happen, and it will be the home side with it all to do, with 45 minutes or so remaining. Thanks for joining us wherever you might be tuning in to this Wednesday night clash from, watching live on the Manly United Facebook page or YouTube channel. Feel free to get those comments in using the hashtag FFA Cup or the hashtag Magic of the Cup. Let us know your thoughts on this game so far. And now Manly United looking to forge a lifeline. It's Gibson with the ball in. There were a few appeals for a shirt pull. That's spotted by referee Sam Kelly. My name is Chris Carulli. It's a pleasure to bring this contest to you. It's been a great watch so far, and who knows what drama this second half has in store for us as Manly United turn it over this time, and Pufflet flicks it out towards Ferreira. Laid back for Chalakian. Just like the first half started on a high, it's looking similar in the second. There's been Gibson back out there for Manly United despite picking up a knock late in the first half. Appears as though both sides are still unchanged at the interval. Just the one change made so far, and that an enforced one following the red card, with Richie Cardozo sacrificed for defender Lucas Rainbird. Again, a bit of heat out there between Kieran Paul and Pufflet. He's not happy about that handball decision this time. Can Manly do the unthinkable? A man down, 2 goals down. All odds saying that these are the last 45 minutes of their 2021 FFA Cup campaign. Unless the turnaround from the ages is in the offing. Sydney Olympic will just hope to be professional in this second half, cruise and maybe pick up a third on the counter as they go now. The flag will stay down for Mo Adam, and the away side have numbers. It's cut back for Ferreira, and it will fall instead for Madonis. And Kambiashi in the way. Last ditch defending for the home side, but it's still on for Ante Juric's men. So it's just lofted forward for Ferreira. Couldn't direct his flick on. (2-0) was the score when these two sides met in the league. Back in round 7. Manly were undefeated and top of the table at that point. They've had a bit of an inconsistent run since, but they still sit in 3rd in the NPL New South Wales as the flag goes up against Mo Adam. His goals have been a big reason for Sydney Olympics' recent form. They're up to 5th. So both of these sides in a highly congested battle for the finals in that competition. But tonight, it's all about the FFA Cup. Sydney Olympic not reaching the round of 32 since 2015. And both times they did make the round of 32, they would go on to qualify for the round of 16. Proud former NSL club, founded all the way back in 1957. They're hoping to write a new chapter in their history starting from tonight, as the FFA Cup looks to come back bigger and better than ever this year. Of course, all matches now will be shown on Channel 10 and Paramount Plus following the landmark broadcast deal announced just yesterday, with the final of this competition to be shown on free-to-air TV for the first time. Now, Kieran Paul with plenty of room, and he does keep it in play. Again, not too many options. He'll go inside and play the 1-2 with Gibson. Brought to ground. Referees giving Manly the free kick. And this time it's Manly who were looking to take it quickly. Referee Sam Kelly wasn't having it, and it's fair to say he's heard plenty of protests so far this evening. Eagle-eyed viewers at halftime might have seen Manly coach Adam Griffiths sprint over to plead his case and have a chat with the referee. And now there's some more heated words being exchanged between the Manly technical area and the assistant referee on this near touchline. But either way, back onto the on-field action, and it's Seya Kambiyashi to deliver for Manly as they look to grasp a foothold in this one. It's missed everyone! There were some belated celebrations in the grandstand, but it drifts narrowly wide, and Sydney Olympic dodge a bullet there. It was so nearly that moment of fortune that Manly United needed 6 minutes into this second half. Just didn't creep in for the home side and the home fans. Now Mo Adam chasing in a foot race with Jesse Perez. Does well to steer it back for Madden. Cool work to distribute from the goalkeeper. Ferreira did get back on side, and a huge sliding challenge from Jesse Perez stopped that Olympic attack dead in its tracks. So much is said about the magic of the cup, and for Sydney Olympic so far, can't say either of their goals were magical in that sense, but they won't be complaining. A win that they are certainly on course for, and the potential of a glamour tie at home, potentially at Belmore. You can just imagine if they welcomed an A-League team to town. Wherever they play Olympic, that place would be rocking. It's 14 teams already qualified in Australia. New South Wales with 5 slots this year, with the Wollongong Wolves automatically qualifying following their win in the NPL Finals Series a couple of years ago. Olympic looking to add themselves to the mix as a ball comes in from Madonis. Headed away, and Komet turns his man, and the Manly fans just urging him forward. He's brought down, And the other Sydney Olympic holding midfielder goes into the book. So Monge and Diaz, both on yellow cards. Another clear-cut yellow. Manly will look to just continue putting the pressure on, because you feel if a second yellow does come, which isn't out of the picture considering how this fixture has unfolded so far, that could be exactly what the home side need. What they don't need is cheap turnovers, and they almost did it there, but Pandurovic recovered well. Here's Rainbird. Manly still keeping possession. As mentioned, sticking to their guns. Trying to play a nice style of football despite being a man down. Adam Griffiths as animated as ever from the sideline. And the home fans also making their voices heard, trying to urge their side on and back into this. It's been a rather bright start to this second half, 10 minutes in for the home side, as Kambayashi almost steers his way past Madonis, who's the third Olympic player on a yellow card. That throw-in taken nice and quickly. Here's Pandurovic tricking his way inside. He turns his marker well, and it's back out for Kambayashi. Whips it into the area. Bright chance for Manly. Ashton has a hit, and that one will loop high and wide. It was a half opening. Saurus had already made his way out to try and claim that cross, and it was almost diverted into the back of the net. Not to be for the home side, and it hasn't been that kind of night so far. Time slowly but surely ticking away for the hosts as Sydney Olympic near ever closer to a return to the national stage. It's Whiteside hooks that one away, and it soars into the night sky and stays in play. Nice work from Georgiaklis and a lovely bit of trickery. The home fans love that, and here come Manly. It's a difficult one, but Kieran Paul gets there, tries to take on his man, and that one's heaved into the construction site on the far side. The new Manly United $1.7 million facility coming along very nicely, due to be opened in the coming months.
Nice drop kick, Jack.
Now Gibson for Manly. Back it comes for Ashton. Just turned into trouble there, but did enough to win the throw-in. Now Komet, room to whip one in. And Van Mewers heaves it away. It's spun in and stayed in on that far touchline. It's a Manly ball. Just slowly turning the screws despite being down 2-10 men. They've won a corner. Here's the set piece. Manly's way back into this. We know Sydney Olympic are very strong off set pieces going forward. Can Manly United give them a taste of their own medicine? Kambayashi to deliver. The header one at the near post. Finn Ashton getting on the end of it. Well, Manly will push. Being a man down, naturally they will be vulnerable. Olympic looking to make that moment count. Well and truly put this one to bed. Can they do it now as Adam on the shoulder of his defender? Back it comes for Fabio Ferreira, who laid on the opener for Michael Glassick. He's turning into a rather goal-scoring defender, Olympics left back. Pandurovic for Manly. Nice footwork again. Has the ball on a string, does Dejan Pandurovic. It's back with George Arklis, who can't do the same. And he's bailed out by the referee's whistle. And this time it's Ante Juric's turn to show his discontent. Rainbird just asking for options. In the end, looks for the feed of Komet. Komet with room to turn and room to drive. He's got Chalakian pursuing him. He makes the challenge. Still going, Manly United. It's George Arklis whose switch for Seiya Kambayashi won't make its mark. Manly United look to be preparing a third change of the evening. It will be Jack Fulton to be introduced. Another fresh attacker off the bench. Can he be the hero? Here's Kambayashi going through a crowd of red and white shirts. No way through again for the home side. Fulton waits on the sidelines. Manly looking to win it back, but that's a lovely turn and nice distribution from Fabian Monge, former Western Sydney Wanderers Academy midfielder. And now Fabio Ferreira with a bit of room. Looks to trick his way past Kambayashi. It was a good effort, matched by the save from Madden. Tipped it over the bar. Keep Manly in this for now. The referee signalled for that sub to be made, but Manly weren't having it. Not keen to make a change on a defensive set piece, as many teams are. Chalakian trots over to take. It's been a happy homecoming for him so far this season. Surely a strange feeling in the away strip at Cromer Park. His side less than half an hour away from the round of 32. It's flicked goalwards. Now Manly will make that double. In fact, it may well be a triple substitution. One last roll of the dice from Manly United. Jack Fulton introduced for Ben Gibson. The first of the three changes. The second, Luca Komet making way, replaced by Dom Ferguson. And finally, the former Sydney Olympic man, Scott Borderson, a local legend here on the Northern Beaches. The man introduced, and Manly look as though they may have changed shape here. We'll keep an eye on how they line up. When you're 2-0 down and down to 10 men, it does require drastic action, and Manly have done that. Still plenty of time for those changes to make their impact. It's now or never. And they have another corner. Will those changes do the trick for the home side? It's driven in again by Kambayashi. Free header for Pandurovic. Pretty much cleared off the line in the end. Not enough power on the header. Did well to get up in a crowded penalty area. Down Pandurovic. Now looks as though he may have put on the captain's armband following all those changes. The Despite being down to 10 men, it has been a positive start to the second half for the home side, but they are running out of time. And at the same time, Ante Juric and Sydney Olympic probably not overly concerned. Obviously would have loved to have grabbed a third by now, but they're doing enough as things stand to advance to the highly coveted round of 32 of the FFA Cup in 2021. Here come Manly as they look to change that. The two substitutes, two of Manly's most experienced stars who have been there and done that in the FFA Cup in Ferguson and Borderson. Now it's Olympics' turn to make some changes. Haji Gligor, first to be introduced. In the second, Nikola Koleski. So two midfielders. And it does look as though it will be that duo on yellow cards. So calculated decision from Ante Juric. Fabian Monge and Daniel Diaz, the two making way. So both sides pretty much changing their midfielders in their entirety. Just reducing that possibility of matching Manly's 10 players. Borderson slides in. Adam looks to hold it up under pressure from Rainbird. And it's kept in play and will play on. Dom Ferguson back from a long injury layoff. Not how he would have hoped to have been introduced, but looking to turn the tide nonetheless. There was Fulton's first intervention as Perez gets a foot in ahead of Ferreira. The linesman tried to give a free kick. The referee said that's all good to take the throw in. Again, another score update from your other FFA Cup Round 7 clash taking place tonight. The last two places in the round of 32 from New South Wales up for grabs. It's now 1-1 at Popondetta, but we'll leave that as Adam went for goal. Yet again, took a deflection. Killed the power of the strike. Another set piece for Olympic. With the likes of Van Muir's white side classic in the middle. Plenty to aim for again for Brendan Shalakian. Can Manly hold their nerve and stay in the game? To the front post, headed away, takes a deflection. Adam just lofts it into the area and Perez heads away. Brought down well by Dom Ferguson. And Manly can't get it clear. It's back with Michael Glassick. Approaching the final 20 minutes here at Cromer Park. Manly United pushing hard, but the 10 men as Saurus comes under a bit of pressure. Fulton on rushing. Thanks to everyone who's tuned into this clash on the Manly United Facebook page and YouTube channel. As always, feel free to let us know your thoughts on how it has all unfolded so far and where you see this going from here on in. Olympic in the ascendancy. It's not completely over yet. And Kambayashi leaves Shalakian for dead. The home fans love that one. Now Rainbird with some room to maraud forward. He'll keep pushing and he'll be found by Georgiaklis. Here's Rainbird with the cross in for Pandurovic. Last touch off an Olympic defender. Well, they're continuing to create half chances. The home crowd will keep faith, and here comes the ball in. Again, not dealt with overly convincingly, and still there for Manly. Chalakian brings down Kambayashi and will receive a booking for his efforts. A fourth Olympic player in the book. They won't mind those 4 yellow cards. It's Manly's 1 red card to Jimmy Oates that came 18 minutes in. That has had the largest impact on this contest as Chalakian lofts that one over Georgiaklis. Looks down the line for Adam. He gets there ahead of Perez. There's one Manly, the throw in. Home crowd trying to urge their side back into the contest. And Muir's again safety first. And again another ball will be required. Straight into play from Manly assistant Dylan McAllister. Scored plenty of memorable goals out on Cromer Park. Here's Borderson for Manly United. Does well to deliver a ball in, and then Muir's there again. As mentioned before that earlier chance. 1-1 at Popondetta Park. That one could well be destined for extra time. As teams look to join Apia Leichhardt, the Wollongong Wolves in the round of 32 as Ferguson went for goal. Borderson looked to be down with an injury. He's back on his feet. Doesn't look to be too comfortable. Manly have emptied their bench though, apart from Jordan DeVries. Now Ferreira trying to draw the foul. At this time, Fulton almost nicked it off Koleski as well to maintain possession. He's got a couple of stunners on this ground to give Olympic a win in the league a couple of years ago, Nikola Koleski. Rainbird with a big header away. Straight back to that man. Olympic's number 6. Ante Juric looks to be preparing another substitution. Coming soon, Marley Peterson, another former Manly United player. Here's Madonis pushing forward from right back. Back for Koleski. Can Olympic kill it off? It's captured by Madden. Here's Borderson who looks for the switch for Pandurovic. Adonis alert to the threat. Certainly have kept the bulk of possession in this second half, the home side. Just struggling to break down their opponents at times, and when it does fall in the area, just hasn't fell for Adam Griffiths' side, but they'll keep pushing, and here's Kieran Paul. Fulton, a willing runner. Paul wants it back, but instead it's crossed in. Pandurovic and Borderson asking for a push. Instead, it's out wide with Kambayashi. Manly fullbacks imprinting themselves on the attack. Dom Ferguson now. Not too much by way of options. Comes back out for Kambayashi. And he has it again. Manly keeping possession well, but can they find a way through? They have a corner. Gone close off a couple of set pieces. Is this the moment that sets us up for a grandstand finish? Canada Olympic holds true to themselves and defend well again. In it goes. Pandurovic with the header. It's a good save by Saurus. Great sliding challenge. Keeps the attack alive. Borderson now for Manly. It takes a deflection. It's back out for Georgiaklis. Backs against the wall stuff for Sydney Olympic. Appeals for free kick there. Will play on, and Kambayashi in a pocket of space. Brendan Chalakian has stayed down. Looks as though he'll require treatment. A concern for the Olympic number 10, Brendan Chalakian. The away side felt they probably deserved a free kick there. It's just an awkward kind of collision. There is a double substitution on the way, and it's two attackers to be introduced by Ante Juric. The aforementioned Marley Peterson, as well as the weekend's hero in Yu Hasegawa, Japanese striker, who nodded home the winner against Sydney FC at Belmore on Sunday. Just pausing on that substitution for a second, perhaps to see whether Chalakian is okay to continue. And that did look as though it was a thumbs up from the physio. So he might continue, the number 10.
Substitution for Sydney Olympic. Coming on the field is number 17.
First player to make way, Oliver Pufflet. Two former Western Sydney Wanderers Academies players swapping over, and make that a third, making way in Mo Adam to be replaced by Hasegawa. So just looking to freshen up the Olympic attack. Ante Juric to see if his side can snatch a third on the counter as Manly continue to push to pull one back, and Borderson's shot is deflected! And everyone in the crowd thought that one was in. It's crept around the side netting, and it just won't go in for the home side at the moment. The deflection, wrong-footed Saurus. But it's still 2-0. And still, Manly push on. This is a lot of pressure. This time it's a high ball in. Ferguson's got to work his way back, but will hold for a second. Another Olympic player down with injury, and that physio sure is getting his workout in as he sprints out again. We'll confirm it. There were three players who went up for that clash.
Want the best in electrical appliances and entertainment? Then make sure you visit our good friends at Bingley, Balgala and Monaco. For finest in customer service at their famous negotiable prices, you are sure to find exactly what you need for your home and business.
So this stoppage in play gives us all the chance to take a breath with 15 minutes remaining. Of course, including stoppage time for these injuries. The 10 men of Manly United have certainly had the better of this second half. They've pushed and pushed, and they thought they found a way through, but they're yet to have breached the Olympic defence.
There's 5 minutes left, plus stoppages. Mount Georgetown Rangers 1, Rockdale Illingdon 1.
And just over 10 minutes for Olympic to hold on and keep and get their hands on a position in the FFA Cup round of 32. Of course, they haven't reached that stage since 2015. Druitt and Rockdale still locked at 1-1 as Kieran Paul comes forward for Manly. It's another cross in. Fulton with the header. And Saurus is there again. Strong palm from the Olympic shot stopper. He's worked for his clean sheet so far tonight. Manly have won another free kick. They'll take it quickly. Keep up the tempo as Kambayashi. Can't find Pandurovic. Chalakian fighting and losing out in the end. A little too cute, that flick from Pandurovic. Manly pressing. And Fulton winning it back. No foul given. Here's Jack Fulton for Manly. Still on possession. And it's another corner. They seem to be going closer with every set piece. Is this the time Manly finally find their way through? The home crowd, ever urgent. They're just willing their team on. It's a low cross this time, headed away at the front post. For what looks as though it's a goal kick. I think there might have been some protests there from the Olympic side for a high boot. Hasegawa with the flick on. It's back with Georgiaklis. Ferguson can open his body up and slip in Kieran Paul. Manly pushing, he leaves Peterson behind. Can't find Fulton. Now a rare attack for Sydney Olympic. Lung-busting run from Madonis. He's on it now. It's a good ball in and Madden eats it up. Now Adam Griffiths willing his side on. Pandurovic beats one. Chalakian working hard to track back, but he won't get there. Here's Ferguson now as Manly turn defence into attack. Kieran Paul out for Borderson. And now it's cut back, and it's a shot for James Georgiaklis. We know he can hit them from there. He's done it a few times in the NPL New South Wales. Couldn't stand up for his side as they chase that elusive goal. Manly will make their final substitution shortly. Jordan DeVries has been summoned by his bench. Maybe that was one last run from Pandurovic. DeVries was the hero. He scored a late winner on Friday night. But Manly really starting to look like they'll need a miracle now. 8 minutes plus stoppage time. Jordan DeVries will be thrown on. And it's Georgiaklis making way. All-out attack for these final moments for Manly United. Huge applause for Jordan DeVries, a Manly junior who's worked his way up. Scored on debut last season in a 3-2 win over Sydney Olympic. No stranger to scoring against this opposition. Can he do it and set us up for that grandstand finish as Borderson against his former club pushes forward again? He might have just skipped past his man. He goes to ground and he's won the free kick. Given AR2 Jamie Hewen a mouthful. The yellow card has been brandished. On that far side, can't exactly confirm whether it was for dissent to Borderson or to the Olympic defender. And now the rain is starting to fall down at Cromer Park again. Are we set for a wild conclusion? Or have Sydney Olympic done enough? Manly will have to score soon if they are to have any chance. They've applied so much pressure in this second half. Will they get that goal for their efforts? Kambayashi's been the set-piece specialist all night. He goes again. It's won by Jesse Perez. Again, a touch off an Olympic defender. Manly's pressure persists. And the rain is now starting to heap down on the northern beaches. More conditions for Olympic to contend with as they just look to hold on. Kambayashi again to the back post. Cleared away for Olympic. Calls for handball for the away side. We'll play on, and Rainbird's release, isn't it? To the frustration of Adam Griffiths. Not happy with how that attack fizzled out. Jesse Perez with the diagonal. Borderson with a decent touch. It might just sit up for the left-footed strike. That's gone out for a throw-in. And that has just about been Manly United's night so far. The spirit of the magic of the cup. He went for a moment of magic. It wasn't happening for the former Olympic man. Now Kieran Paul, he's worked hard all night. Back on the ball, gets more touches than anyone in the Manly United team. He's played every minute of their NPL New South Wales season. Now Ferguson under a bit of pressure. DeVries, touch inside for Kieran Paul. Tried to slip it in for Fulton. It's back with Dom Ferguson now. Can find Pandurovic. Cuts inside. Can he forge the shooting opportunity? Instead flicks it in. It's a messy sequence and Manly keep it in. Difficult one for Kambayashi to deal with though. Here's Fabio Ferreira. Can Olympic find their way out? He tried to win the free kick. Referee Sam Kelly wasn't having it. Manly might be on the attack again. Pandurovic pressed and flicking it towards Kambayashi. Olympic sorted out this time. And if Hasegawa can release now, the counter-attack may be on. And it's Marley Peterson for Sydney Olympic. Bowled over by Scott Borderson. And no free kick given. We play on. Hands on heads all around in the Lucas Neal grandstand. Scott Borderson normally tends to pick up a yellow off the bench, and I'm sure many just assumed he'd done that then. It's still on for Manly United. Now less than 3 minutes away from stoppage time, and it's a ball over the top. Fulton gets there, but the flag is up.
Flash scores around the grounds. There has been a goal at Popondetta Park. It is Mount Druitt Town Rangers 2, Rockdale Illingdon 1.
And there you go, late drama at Popondetta. Mount Druitt have picked one up, 2-1, having come from behind against Rockdale Illingdon. Now we may have our final substitution of the night. Darcy Burgess, he's made 2 appearances in the league. He scored 1 goal in the FFA Cup, and he's on for Brendan Shalakian. Looks as though he's set for the round of 32 again. That'll be his 4th time at that stage of the competition, the last 3 coming with Manly. Now it's well and truly a case of game management for Olympic. They do have that 2-goal buffer. Someone with the experience of Fabio Ferreira knows all the tricks in the book. Receives a booking though for delaying the restart. A 6th Sydney Olympic player in the book. Manly just about scramble it away. There's room for Paul again. Fresh legs of Burgess pursuing him. Dom Ferguson now opened up for Kambayashi. And the sliding challenge from Hasegawa is a good one. And Marley Peterson can strive forward again. He'll go unselfish. Can Olympi finish it off? It was Burgess's first touch off the bench. And it's off the woodwork. Ante Juric's men can't put it to bed, but they won't mind that free kick. It does look as though they've done enough. Sydney Olympic to join Apia Leichhardt and Blacktown and Wollongong in the FFA Cup Round of 32. Other teams in there, of course, in the pot include Melbourne City, Sydney FC, Central Coast Mariners, Adelaide United, MacArthur FC, Brisbane Roar. There will also be playoffs coming up in August between Perth Glory and Melbourne Victory and Western United and the Newcastle Jets. This match also securing passage to the final rounds of the Football New South Wales Waratah Cup. Those will be drawn tomorrow at 3 p.m. on the Football New South Wales Facebook page. That will see one team take on Wollongong Wolves in a playoff and then semi-finals played from there. Looks as though Sydney Olympic will be there, well and truly in contention for silverware in 2021. We are into stoppage time now on Sydney's Northern Beaches. There will be a decent bit of it. Plenty of stoppages in this second half. A couple of injuries requiring treatment. As it looks to bring the curtain down on Manly United's FFA Cup campaign for another year. They fought admirably after going down to 10 men after just 17 minutes. Contentious decision, to say the least, that many will definitely be talking about here at Cromer Park. Either way, they had to deal with what was put in front of them, and Sydney Olympic have just about got the job done, and here they come looking to put a cherry on top. It's Burgess towards Madonis. Ferreira has to leave it as he is offside. Madonis wins the throw in. Professional stuff laid on for the away side. Here's Marley Peterson with a left-footed effort. Can't find the back of net against his former club. Madden goes long. Fulton is on the end of it. Hooked away by Glassick, whose goal opened the scoring in this cup tie. Now Jordan DeVries with a bit of room, but his touch almost took it away from him. He's done well to hold on to it. Still going for it, DeVries, and Koleski got in. Kieran Paul now for Manly. Nice control on the forehead. Kambayashi. Is there a late one for Manly? Even if it's a consolation, the home fans would be onto it. Kambayashi runs out of room. Adam Griffiths turns in frustration. Certainly hasn't been the home side's night. It's all about Sydney Olympic. They've come to Cromer and conquered Cromer. And look as though they are just seconds away from a first FFA Cup Round of 32 berth in 6 years.
Flash scores around the grounds. It is full time at Pompondetta Park. Mount Georgetown Rangers 2, Rockdale Ellendon 1.
They are set to join Mount Druitt. They've come from behind to beat Rockdale. Huge result over there. It's the two lower-ranked league sides who look as though they've come out on top in tonight's two fixtures. These two sides meet in the league in what is a huge encounter in 2 weeks' time. 27th of June is the date to mark down in your diaries if you're looking to see these two go battle again. Sure to be plenty of feeling in that one as the finals race heats up. And early July is the date set for the FFA Cup round of 32 draw. More details to be confirmed, but Olympic look as though they'll have their hat in the ring. And with the real potential of drawing A-League opposition. Exciting times for the Belmore Base Club. And it's confirmed. They're back. The boys from Belmore have done it. They're into the FFA Cup national stage for the first time since 2015. It ends 2-0 to the away side. All the drama came in the first half. 17 minutes in, Manly United went down to 10 men thanks to a straight red card shown to Jimmy Oates. Olympic struck straight away through Michael Glassick, added a second via an own goal, and Manly piled on the pressure in the second half, but couldn't make their way past Nicholas Soras. Had a great game, and that is what has allowed Sydney Olympic to become one of the 5 teams in the FFA Cup round of 32. We've now confirmed 16 of the 32 who will fight for that trophy as the competition returns bigger and better than ever after taking a year off in 2020. Thank you to everyone who's tuned into this encounter live on the Manly United Facebook page and YouTube channel. Hope you enjoyed the action. It was a pleasure to call, as always. And as Sydney Olympics celebrate, that's all from me, Chris Carulli, here at Cromer Park. Hope you enjoyed the action. The final score in this FFA Cup Round 7 encounter is Manly United 0, Sydney Olympic 2.